a very common procedure and treatment for overactive bladder that is done all over the country and world, and that is bladder botulinum toxin treatment. Hey YouTube fam, yes, I am still on the road. Anyway, today I want to quickly highlight a very common procedure and treatment for overactive bladder that is done all over the country and world, and that is bladder botulinum toxin treatment. So botulinum toxin, which most of us know from the name Botox, which is actually a brand. There are different brands of botulinum toxin. But botulinum toxin is both a cosmetic and therapeutic product that has helped address multiple complaints. And one of the FDA-approved therapeutic benefits of botulinum toxin is helping millions of people with overactive bladder. That's the type of condition where you have significant urgency, where you gotta go right now, really bad. You might have accidents before you get there. Frequency, urgency, all of that. Bladder botulinum toxin is not new. It's actually been FDA approved for over 10 years. It was officially FDA approved for overactive bladder in 2013. Before that, it was FDA approved for something called neurogenic bladder, which is where a neurologic condition like multiple sclerosis affects your bladder in a way that makes it difficult to control. It was FDA approved for neurogenic bladder in 2011. Bladder botulinum toxin for neurogenic bladder in particular has really changed how we treat neurogenic bladder for the better, where major surgery, like major bladder reconstruction, was very commonplace. Some of these neurogenic bladder sufferers have been able to be salvaged without the need for major bladder surgery with botulinum toxin. So what does it do? Well, botulinum toxin is a temporary muscle paralytic. It blocks the release of a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction. Okay, so by blocking that, it blocks the muscle contraction and induces a temporary paralysis of that muscle. I know the word paralysis sounds really scary, but it's not paralyzing your body, y'all. Okay, it's happening at the local muscle that it's injected into. And this is temporary. Botulinum toxin's effect eventually go away. It is not permanent. We know this. If you get any kind of facial botulinum toxin, which I do, highly recommend. His forehead, it looked like a pleated skirt before I started getting botulinum toxin. But anyway, we know that it lasts cosmetically in the face around 3 months. In the bladder, it's a bit longer. Tends to go as long as 5-6 months. And in some patients, I've seen it go even longer. So how do we get it in the bladder? Well, it's pretty easy. We do not need to make any cuts on your body. It is a pretty quick in and out procedure. We go into where you pee out of your urethral meatus or opening with a small camera. And through that small camera, we're able to guide a needle and inject your bladder muscle. I have timed myself, and it takes oftentimes less than 2 minutes to complete the entire thing. While it is not guaranteed to work in 100% of people, it has a pretty good success rate, with 75 to 80% of people being controlled with their overactive bladder symptoms after bladder botulinum toxin. So there you have it, bladder botulinum toxin. Let me know what you think. Give me your comments. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell, okay? If you haven't subscribed already, why are you waiting? Come on. And join me every hump day right here for all things down there. Yes. And bladders. Make bladders great again too.